Hi, I'm Elias, the China Import Guru, and welcome back to the China Import Formula. Right now I want to talk to you about a topic that's quite dear to my heart, and for all the wrong reasons, and that's risk management. It's really important when you import that you understand that if you take care of the downside, the upside will look after itself. So I'm going to give you one example, is that you can have all these products that cost all this money, and something small, some small oversight can unravel the whole process. And usually you won't know it till it's happened. That's why it's really important to leverage off someone like me who has experience, because you can avoid simple mistakes. Example of probably the biggest and dumbest mistake I made was I had about $90,000 of products in my warehouse right here in Botany, but I didn't have an insurance policy on it. I was going to renew it, and then I lapsed because I wasn't looking after things properly, and I had too many things going at once. And I always, I should have done this, I should have done that, and at the end of the day, I ended up shooting all over myself. But what happened was, as I was coming back from my holiday, I got a call that my warehouse was on fire and it was burning down. And it turned out that all my products, which weren't insured, were gone. And I lost about 80, 90 grand in products just by simply not paying for a policy. Now, I made the mistake of actually finding out how much the policy cost at the end of the day, and it would have only been $450. And I had to live with that mistake. But hopefully you don't, because you'll learn from my mistakes on how to manage the downsides. Another thing is to make sure that your product complies with Australian standards and regulations. A good tip would be to check out the Australian Customs website, or to get a good clearing agent and ask them if they know of any rules or restrictions applying to your product. Another thing is some products will end up having a tariff of them, typically between 5 and 10%. So make sure that you know that your product, for example right here, will have a bicycle rider coming by in about 2-3 seconds. Bikes typically have a 5% to 10% tariff on them. If you haven't factored this into your pricing of the product when you've imported it, well, you haven't really managed your risk, and you're going to end up with a big loss on your hands. So do your research on each product and know that every product will have slightly more or slightly less risks associated with it. I hope that tip's helpful for you today. Manage the downside. I'm Elias from the China Import Formula. Have a lovely day.